everybody, thanks for tuning in to another edition of Double T Insider. I'm your host, Taylor Peters. Well, for the third straight year, a Red Raider has claimed the national championship title in indoor track and field high jump. Trey Culver's final jump of 7 feet 5 inches was enough to secure him his second back-to-back national championship title.
I put a lot into, winning championships and trying to just like glorify God through doing that. But when it didn't go my way, I just knew that I had opportunity to bounce back to an even bigger stage, And so that was really my focus, is turning that loss into motivation and helping me in the next meet. That's one of my strongest suits, is my competitive nature. And so just going out there, I'm going out there for gold. I'm going to win. I'm trying to go give the glory to God. So I'm focused on my family and everything. So when I'm jumping, that's really the two things I'm thinking about. I hope that the recruits for the future and the young guys come in, I hope that people do recognize that this is, a force to be reckoned with in the high jump, and that hopefully we're not going anywhere anytime soon, Stay tuned.
Up next on Double T Insider, Texas Tech football is continuing along the path of earning the Double T. We go inside the process next.
Double T Insider is brought to you in part by Plains Capital Bank. Bank with confidence. The Red Raider Club. Your support, their effort, our fearless champions. Texas Farm Bureau. Register today for your chance to deliver the game ball and receive a VIP experience at a Texas Tech home football game. Contest details available at texastech.com. Texas Ford Dealers. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today. Ford is the best in Texas. And UMC. It's our hospital.
I think one of the most important things in this game can humble you. You better stay humble. And I think that's what Coach is the message that he's trying to get across.
That's the whole theme right now, is earn everything, just the way things have gone in the past. I was talking to Cam about it today, just the way games went, and a little thing here, a little thing there, things go differently. We win, 9 or 10 games. And so that's the biggest thing, is just focusing on the little things and earning everything. There's no sense of entitlement on this team. It doesn't matter if you've been a 4-year starter, senior, or if you just got here. Not allowed to wear Texas Tech or double T's in the facility. We got brown shirts. That's when we came back. We had brown shirts, the ugliest brown you can think of. And if you pass your run test, you get a gray shirt. So almost the whole team's in a gray shirt now. We've almost all passed our run test. And as we go and progress, you get to earn another shirt and another shirt. We'll see when we can finally earn the right. I'm not sure what it's going to take. I know it's going to take doing everything right.
Along with no double T's, we have kind of a ranking system with our shirts, and we're going to start with brown, and you can work to gray and white and black and red, but you have to earn it. And it just comes down to doing everything right off the field. If you miss a class, you get knocked. If you don't show up to breakfast on time, you get knocked. So if you're doing everything right, plus passing the physical tests that we're putting them through, you can move up shirt levels. So there's nowhere to hide. You're going to see who is slacking and who's not handling their business the first day you go out to practice.
Let's go. Man. Football is controlled violence, man. Controlled violence. Let's be violent. Controlled violence. Let's go. Take it. Right.
to come, we get up close and personal at practice with defensive backs coach Carl Scott and offensive coordinator Eric Morris.
So what always moves? You trying to give them what when you run around? That shoulder wiggle and stuff. What is more steady? That hip now. You know what I mean? So when you following all this stuff right here, that's when you get that little bobble head and all that stuff. Lock in here now, right? Where the eyes go, your feet will follow you.
And help us now. You know what I mean? That's one of those things where whether they're high school or junior college guys, the opportunity to play now is there along with the guys we already have. So it's not like, we're just going to brush the cover away and just play with new guys. But I think the biggest thing that it will create is competition.
Go! Break! Gotta go! Open up! Stay low, stay low, stay low. Come out that break.
One word to describe Octavius would be gifted. He's one of those guys right now who weighed in at 206.
Don't look to grab it, look to go through it now.
And we're doing the speed school, and he's up there running with Cam. He doesn't look 206, but he's a well put together kid. Jalen Lane, long. Try to elongate it, long.
Come on now, come on now, come on now, come on now. Move your feet, you long sucker.
As talented as Coach Witt is, he can't add height to him. You know what I mean? So that's a natural attribute that he brings to the table that's uncoachable. Those are the intangibles that you look for in recruiting. All of the kids, especially the older guys, all of them you can describe as grateful. But Dorsey's, he's grateful. Everything he gets, he's appreciative of it.
At least now he has to make a decision when the ball is snapping, he's on the run. Where do I go? Change the levels and play with it a little bit. I got you.
But the goal is to, stay with that hunger, stay with that humbleness. And I think if he ever left any of that behind, his mother, who's a great lady, will remind him of that. Willie, one word to describe Willie is juice.
Yeah, Justin. Yeah, Justin.
You asked me about a hype man or whatnot, but he's the guy who every day, not only is he, encouraging himself and bringing that juice to the table, but it's infectious, and he brings guys with him.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be that deep anyway, though. Deeper than 7. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't even be a problem now. But remember what we talked about the split and stuff like that.
The best teams I've been on, the best defenses I've been on, the best position groups I've been on have been one of those deals where the kids, the leaders lead it, and I'm there just to make sure everything's going smoothly.
We have 8 guys coming back that have started football games for us, so they know the ins and outs of this offense. We're not going to go out there and start from ground zero and not have them make the mistakes that they've made over the past couple of years. So experience is key. It's something you can't teach. And so we have a lot of leaders and guys we feel really comfortable throwing the football to this year.
As he wings it all the way to the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Yeah, I think sometimes they come in and think it's just going to happen naturally without putting in all the hard work and effort that these guys in the past did to get to that level of play. And so, guys like Welker and Amendola, Bradley Marquez, Jakeem Grant, Jason Marr all paved the way, but all those guys have one thing in common: they work extremely hard at it. We have older guys like Cameron Batson that have learned and watched those guys work. He watched Jakeem every single day. So, I think it takes a level of toughness to be able to catch those balls and take the hits over the middle. Kiki Kuti is a guy who finished out the season really strong. Kid from Lufkin that had his growing pains the last 2 years, but really found his niche in this offense and done a good job learning how to run routes and learning how to beat man coverage. And he kind of exploded the last 3 or 4 games for us. And Jonathan Giles is a guy that had a big year early last year, kind of went through a lull mid-season. He's a guy that played quarterback in high school, still working to really perfect his craft, but see a ton of improvement in him and his work ethic this off-season. I think the sky's the limit, especially wide receiver-wise. It's as deep as we've been, as experienced as we've been, so there's no excuses. The kids know that, and they're ready to go out and prove to the world what they can do.
Next, following the first ever sweep of Texas, Robert Giovanetti is one-on-one with head baseball coach Tim Tadlock.
Welcome to this week's Walk and Talk. I'm Robert Giovanetti with Texas Tech baseball coach Tim Tadlock. Tad, come off a great weekend, the sweep in Austin, first time in program history to do that. And I mean, again, it's early, but you got to feel pretty good where you guys are right now.
Yeah, really proud of the way the guys went down there and played. And I don't know that we ever look at it in terms of a sweep until after it's over, and trying to play at the highest level you can each day. And anytime you can win two 2-1 ball games in a weekend and then come away with a win on Sunday, you feel good about it.
How big was it on that Saturday game? Patterson comes in and he has the throwing error on the bunt, trying to make the play. Got runners in second and third, and he strikes out the side after that. To me, I felt like it turned the weekend.
I think you're probably right. I mean, you mentioned that, and he really did execute some pitches. And I mean, those are three really pretty tough hitters to get out. I mean, that's right at the top of their order, and really proud of the way Jacob did, handled that situation.
Yeah, just a tough situation, right? I mean, when you look at it, what could have happened, and what had to happen, right? You feel like they're at least gonna get one in that situation, and he shuts him down.
Yeah, he executed some pitches. I mean, really on Jones was the first guy. Once you got past him, you felt pretty good about it because the next two guys were left-handed.
Right.
And, but he made a really good pitch on Jones. And sometimes guys that have good stuff can pitch out of jams. That's what they're supposed to do.
You had to feel good, too. Sunday, Texas goes out to the early lead. They have to get a win, probably feel like, in their situation. And you guys respond. And I think you guys have shown you can respond. You've done that all season long so far.
We did. I mean, we really got a big out on the bases in the middle of the inning they scored. And that really, I thought, changed the momentum of that game. I mean, because Ryan, they kind of had him on the ropes. And anyway, that's kind of how that unfolded. And our offense we got some balls to fall. I mean, really, to get us going, we got some balls just to dump in front of them, and maybe even an infield single, maybe not. But really felt like we had some good, tough at-bats. And proud of the way the whole team really responded to the weekend. It'd been real easy to come out on Sunday and just be okay with the 2 W's on Friday and Saturday, and probably would have been human nature to do that. And guys came out and played the game the right way, which is what you want to see.
Next weekend you go to Wichita, take on Wichita State right here in the middle of after starting conference. Yeah. Do you like that? I mean, I know you guys are involved in that a little bit, but does it take you out of rhythm at all, getting out of conference?
Well, we like playing. I mean, we got UNLV the next 2 days, and got a lot of respect for Coach Stolte. And Greg Maddox is their pitching coach, so you figure they know how to pitch a little bit. And then going to Wichita with Coach Butler, I mean, been friends with him a long time, got a lot of respect for them. Would we rather be in conference? I don't know if I really want to say that. I mean, coming off playing good or bad, not really what's yours right. About the time you think you know what's right in this game, the other's right. So we just need to keep trying to get better each day.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the big weekend. It's been Tim Tadlock, been your Walk and Talk. Red Raiders now ranked 3rd in the country.
Stay with us. We'll be right back on Double T Insider.
Gary Ashby was an all-star first baseman for Lubbock Monterey High School in 1972 when he brought the school its first ever Texas State championship. Ashby, a highly scouted recruit, could have played almost anywhere, but his high school head coach suggested that he stay in Lubbock, and that's exactly what he did. Ashby went on to start all 4 years at Texas Tech. As a Red Raider, the first baseman continued his success, and by the end of his senior year, Ashby was named an All-American. He also held the Red Raiders' single-season records for home runs, RBIs, and doubles. In 1977, he was drafted by the San Diego Padres, where he played 5 years for their minor league team before he decided to hang it up and move back home. After moving back to Lubbock, Ashby became an assistant baseball coach at Texas Tech from 1982 to 1983 and was named head coach of the Red Raiders from 84 to 86. In 1999, Gary Ashby became a member of the Texas Tech Athletic Hall of Honor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Pantoja. Welcome back to Pride by Design. I'm here at the McLeod Tennis Courts at Texas Tech University to talk about the engineering behind the sweet spot on a tennis racket. A tennis racket, like a baseball bat, has a sweet spot. So the vibrations transmitted to the player's hand go unnoticed. The design of the racket was formulated around the sweet spot. So if a racket is too narrow, the vibrations from outside of the sweet spot could damage the racket. When the ball hits the tennis racket near one end, with no other force acting on it, the racket will rotate about an axis toward the other end. As the point where the ball strikes the racket becomes closer to the center of mass, the distance from the axis of rotation will decrease. In a case where the ball hits the center of mass, the racket will translate without any rotation. The center of rotation is, from a mathematical point of view, at an infinite distance from the racket. In mechanical vibration theory, the vibration nodes are defined as the points that never move when a wave is passing through them. Because of a wave created by the impact of a ball hitting a racket, the racket will, in turn, begin to oscillate and vibrate. But looking at the mode shapes at the racket, held by a player at the end of the grip, we can identify points where the vibration mode is 0. That is, where the magnitude is 0 at any time during vibration. I'm Dr. Michelle Pantoja. Thank you for watching Pride by Design, and we'll see you all out here supporting the Red Raider athletes at the tennis courts.
Hitters, turn the lights on. It does make a difference. This ball hit well to left. Nice play, outstanding play is what it was in left field. Not a good one, just outstanding. To take away extra bases by Ryan Long.
Stay tuned after the break. We preview all the action happening this week in Texas Tech athletics.
Double T Insider was brought to you in part by Plains Capital Bank. Bank with confidence. The Red Raider Club. Your support, their effort, our fearless champions. Texas Farm Bureau. Register today for your chance to deliver the game ball and receive a VIP experience at a Texas Tech home football game. Contest details available at texastech.com. Texas Ford dealers. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today. Ford is the best in Texas. And UMC, it's our hospital.
Track and field heads to the West Kitley Invitational at Abilene Christian Friday and Saturday. Red Raider baseball returns to the mound this weekend as they take on Wichita State for a 3-game series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, women's tennis will open conference play on the road as they face off against Texas at noon in Austin, while men's tennis hosts Memphis on Friday at 5 o'clock at the McLeod Tennis Center. Finally, softball heads to Iowa State for the start of Big 12 play, taking on the Cyclones Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To stay up to date on all things happening in Texas Tech athletics, just head on over to texastech.com and don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. For everybody here with Double T Insider, I'm Taylor Peters. We'll see you next week.